Howdy mates. Good, well, it's probably about afternoon now. I haven't really looked at the time. So, I'm still on the perimeter trail, but this is freaking cool where I am right now on the trail. So all these trees that still have the leaves surrounding me are the American Beech. And what's fascinating about the American Beech is their leaves, they usually don't fall until it approaches spring. And as I said in my last video, I'll have to look as to why they keep their leaves. Because to be honest, I'm not really sure. But of course, they're always distinguished by their relatively smooth bark. And it's actually considered a hardwood. And their wood has been used for lumber and whatnot. But it's just crazy, like surrounding me is all of the American Beech. And as a matter of fact, with the American Beech, I did see one of the trees behind just a little while ago where there were written inscription on them. And it's usually not, usually not good for the tree because it can make it prone to being exposed to certain diseases. So my recommendation is you do not want to write inscription on the bark. Even though it's desirable to do so, you shouldn't do it. Unless if you want the tree to die, which I would highly doubt. But it happens though. And what's fascinating about the American Beech too is they produce a certain food called a beech nut. And what's fascinating about the beech nut is some of the Native American tribes that were in the area, they used them for like cooking purposes. But even in modern times, you can actually use it as a coffee substitute as well, if you don't have the coffee beans. So you probably figure back then, that probably would have been their equivalent of coffee back then. Because obviously, coffee beans, you can't grow them in this temperate climate. They have to grow in a tropical-like region. Like when I was back in Costa Rica last year, there were fields of coffee beans. That's like one of their most popular crops. But aside from that, it's just surprising how this little patch here is just full of American Beech. Yeah, so here's an example of inscription. And you can tell these have been here for quite some time, too. But yeah, not good for the tree. You don't want to do this. No. No, no, no. That's a big no-no. So, alrighty. Thought I would share that with you guys. Hope you learned something about the American Beech. I may actually share a tree profile in regard to them. They're a neat tree. I like them. So, alright. Hope all of you enjoy your Saturday with a dose of nature, and Journey on a Journey is out. Take care, folks.